law enforcement at that particular point in time can determine where these two groups are going to set up, and they keep them apart. In this particular case, the white supremacist group did have the permit, but the other group did not. They just showed up en masse and just rushed these other individuals from the white supremacist group. They're probably outnumbered somewhere in the area of 5 or 6 to 1. So it just got chaotic there for a few minutes before law enforcement could show up, and then you had a lot of these side fights going on. Once law enforcement got there and was able to disperse the main group with the mounted police and the riot police, when they showed up, were able to disperse the group also.
All right, Art Ryder, thank you so much. Nick Valencia as well. We'll have more of this after the break. We're staying on top of the breaking news out of California. We're also watching some more of the Brexit fallout. In a matter of hours, is the Asian market's going to open, investors bracing for more Brexit-induced turmoil as some economists warn that a global recession, may be on the way. More on that next.
Keep the Honda.
I jumped at the chance to take the DNA test through Ancestry, and my results ended up being African, European, and Asian. It was great because it confirmed what I knew in my gut, with a little surprise. Ancestry helped give me a sense of identity.
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins. When you have type 2 diabetes like me, there's a moment of truth. And with Victoza, a better moment of proof. Victoza lowers my A1C and blood sugar better than the leading brand of pill, which didn't get me to my goal. Victoza works with your body to lower blood sugar in 3 ways: in the stomach, the liver, and the pancreas. And while it isn't for weight loss, Victoza may help you lose some weight. Non-insulin Victoza comes in a pen and is taken once a day.
Victoza is not recommended as the first medication to treat diabetes and is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not take Victoza if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Victoza or any of its ingredients. Stop taking Victoza and call your doctor right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, or if you develop any allergic symptoms including itching, rash, or difficulty breathing. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis. So stop taking Victoza and call your doctor right away if you have severe pain in your stomach area. Tell your doctor your medical history. Taking Victoza with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. The most common side effects are headache, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. Side effects can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
Now's the time for a better moment of proof. Ask your doctor about Victoza.
Hey pet lovers! At Chewy.com, you can shop from over 500 brands of pet food and supplies, all from the comfort of home. With fast, free 1 to 2 day home delivery. So do you? Chewy.com is an easy way to shop. And to your pets, it's a dream come true. Save 20% on your pet plans today. Shop online at Chewy.com.
SoloShot is a robot cameraman that automatically tracks and films you from up to 2,000 feet away. No cameraman, no problem. Go to soloshot.com.
Breaking news: Scotland could put the brakes on the Brexit that set world markets on edge. A top official now telling the BBC that the country may do what it can to keep the UK from leaving the European Union.
Would you consider asking the Scottish Parliament not to back such a motion of legislative consent?
Of course, because if they're interested,
Of course, did you say?
well, of course, if the Scottish Parliament was judging this on the basis of what's right for Scotland, then the option of saying we're not going to vote for something that is against Scotland's interests, of course, that's going to be on the table. The news comes just hours before Secretary of State John Kerry boards a flight bound for London and Brussels And what a job he has ahead of him. Not only will he try to contain the panic over Brexit, but there's also the urgent matter over who should replace British Prime Minister David Cameron. Add to that, in just hours, Asian markets are going to be opening, giving us a hint of whether we're going to see another financial earthquake like we did on Friday. And the Dow plummeted more than 600 points. Massive losses also reported across markets in Tokyo, Paris, and London. I want to get right away to CNN's Paula Hancock. She is live in Seoul, South Korea. So, Paula, what are you hearing?
Well, Suzanne, investors have had a couple of days here in Asia to mull over what has happened, and we are likely to be in for a very volatile few weeks. This is not just the next few days we're looking at. Obviously, there's a huge amount of uncertainty in the markets. Those Asian markets were absolutely hammered on Friday, and they didn't have a full day to react to what has happened because it was really unfolding during the Asia day on Friday. So many investors will now want to get into the market and react to that. Now, certainly, this isn't just one shock that the markets have to react to. You have the massive shock on Friday. You then have the Prime Minister resigning. You don't know who's going to be the next Prime Minister in the United Kingdom. And, of course, the opposition is in disarray, as many of those are resigning as well, and suggestions that there was an attempted coup on the opposition leader. We will have some certainty, or at least some discussion from the UK Finance Minister, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, George Osborne, on Monday morning. That's about 2 a.m. Eastern, hopefully giving us some indication of what could happen. Suzanne?
All right, Paula Hancock, thank you so much. Appreciate it. The UK edging towards the exit. Many in Europe are looking to Berlin for leadership in these chaotic times. Remember, Germany is Europe's biggest economy, fourth biggest in the world, trailing only the US, China, and Japan. And the country was one of the 6 founding members of the EU, along with Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and Netherlands. Ambassador Peter Wittig is the German ambassador to the US. He is joining me now. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Really appreciate it. Let's first of all talk about Chancellor Angela Merkel. She said, quote, "I would not fight now for a short time frame." But Germany's Foreign Minister said this process should get underway as soon as possible. Which position is the position of the government?
Well, it's good to be on your show, first of all. This is a watershed moment, and no doubt about it, for Europe. But it is not at the end of the European Union. We deplore the decision of the British, but we respect it. But the European Union will remain a strong and reliable partner, even without Britain, for the United States, the most important international partner. And there's no reason for panic. The EU will remain to exist, and the EU will remain strong. Now, we've got to give the British some space to digest the aftershocks of that decision in the referendum. They might have to cope with the consequences. But then, after a while, it is important, rather sooner than later, that the British government provides clarity as to the implementation of that decision. And as you know, there are rules and regulations to provide for an orderly, regular and negotiated agreement with the UK outside the European Union. So no reason to panic. The EU will remain a strong union of 27 member states.
And what about what is taking place with Angela Merkel? I know she's invited her counterparts from France and Italy, the 2 other largest remaining members, to meet in Berlin, as well as the president of the EU, to talk about the next steps. What is the hope there in terms of where we go from there? This is a process that happens very quickly, or you give Britain time?
Indeed, the Chancellor will meet with the French President, the Italian Prime Minister, and the President of the European Council, Tusk, on Monday in Berlin, and they will deliberate on the next steps and foreshadow what the European leaders will want to do on Tuesday and Wednesday when they meet in Brussels. Europe needs leadership. Germany will provide leadership, but not alone, with others. We will fight for making it's a wake-up call for Europe. We've got to make sure that the citizens' expectations will be met. We are not a union of bureaucrats. We are a union for the citizens. But it's also important, and that would be at the heart of the meeting in the coming weeks and months of the European Union. We want to make sure that we focus on those issues where member states cannot act individually, but have to act together. Fight against terrorism, external, internal security, managing the refugee crisis, the immigration, and remain a competitive player on the global economic stage. That is only what a strong European Union can provide, and not single member states.
All right, Ambassador Peter Wittig, thank you so much for your time. When we have more time, we'll discuss some of the specifics about how Germany will play a greater role in the European Union in the days and the years to come. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Coming up, a rising death toll after historic floods hit West Virginia. Homes and roads washed away, families struggling to salvage whatever they can. We're going to go live to one of the hardest hit areas. And markets bracing for a rocky Monday after the ex-bombshell. We asked economist Ben Stein for his advice to investors.
Huge tons of data. With T-Mobile, I don't really have to worry about that. Get 3 lines with 6 gigs of data each for only $40 per line. And your 4th line is free. Only for a limited time with T-Mobile at work.
Don't go to Paris. Live in Paris. When you Airbnb, you have your own home. So, live there. Even if it's just for a night.
If the sky is the greatest light show on earth, we humbly offer a way to design and build a worthy stage. Trex. For design ideas and samples, visit Trex.com.